We're live on Facebook.
Councilmember Young, thank you for having the same hairstyle I do. I'm not alone anymore.
Well, you're welcome. I'm trying to imitate.
Hey, it's
They're
nice
all
to have balance, Steve. Now we have balance at the table. Both ends are anchored.
all right. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
So you should.
Plus, we're both anchors on the table, so.
Yeah.
Yep. And is that before I say, or I call this meeting to order?
Yep.
Okay.
Two minutes.
So Chris Rogers is your new reporter on the line with us tonight?
He will be, yes. Zach Kaiser is
Zach, okay.
starting. Yeah, it's our new reporter.
I got a chance to talk to him today. It's from Norwood Young America.
Oh,
Nice.
And Chris Rogers, publicly welcome to the 4th Ward.
Thanks, George. Glad you
See,
stamped.
Chris, you can't do anything in the 4th Ward without George knowing. That's the truth.
Yeah, he stamped my pass, so I think I'm good.
Yes, but does he stamp it in and out every day or just once?
Sure. For Gary, at least.
Yep, I will definitely do that for you. Now there's the voice of Al.
Make this on silent.
It is 6:30 PM and I call this meeting to order. We will first start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the Winona City Council, and it is being held via conference call pursuant to Minnesota Statutes 13D.021 in response to the COVID-19 emergency. Let me please remind those who are on the conference call line, please mute your phones until you're asked to speak. Also, please identify yourself before you speak. As required by the statute, all votes will be conducted by roll call, so each member's vote on each issue can be identified and recorded. Also, if at any time a council member is not able to hear the discussion or one another, please interrupt me immediately to indicate so. Also, just a reminder to state your name before you speak so you are easily identified. The public will be allowed to speak during the designated public hearings. You will be asked to state your name and address before you make your comments. The public is not allowed to speak during other agenda items unless you have a request before the council and the mayor has given you permission to speak.
so we will start this evening with the oath of office for our new mayor.
Be on this side.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Scott Sherman,
I, Scott Sherman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and to discharge faithfully
and to discharge faithfully
the duties of mayor
the duties of mayor
for the city of Winona, Minnesota,
for the city of Winona, Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability
to the best of my judgment and ability
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You should- We will now do the oath of office for the first ward, Councilman Steve Young. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Steve Young,
I, Steve Young,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and to discharge faithfully
and to discharge faithfully
the duties of a member
the duties of a member
of the City Council
of the City Council
of the City of Winona, Minnesota,
of the City of Winona, Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability
to the best of my judgment and ability
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
One more. We're to the fourth word. I, Aaron Rapinski,
I, Aaron Rapinski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and to discharge faithfully
and to discharge faithfully
the duties of a member of the City Council
the duties of a member of the City Council
of the City of Winona, Minnesota,
of the City of Winona, Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability
to the best of my judgment and ability
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
All right.
This is yours to sign.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now we will do the roll call. Mayor Sherman,
Here?
Councilman Young,
Here.
Mueller,
Here.
Alexander,
Here.
Biden,
Here.
Borzakowski,
Here.
Lipinski.
Here.
The first item on the agenda under the petitions, requests, and communications is item 3.1. It's the appointment to the Port Authority of Councilmember Michelle Alexander.
Mayor, I so move to approve that appointment. George speaking.
This is Pam. I second that.
Okay, we have a motion by George and a second by Pam. Any discussion? Hearing none,
We'll vote by roll call.
vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Biden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Lipinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 3.2, appointment to the WinLAC 1W1P Policy Committee.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to appoint Pam Iden to that committee.
Eileen will second.
I have a motion by Michelle, a second by Eileen. Any discussion? Hearing none?
We would also like to see if there's an alternate.
Oh, yes.
We'd like to see if there's an alternate council member as well who could fill in if council member Iden can't make it to a meeting.
Are you looking for a volunteer?
We are.
Well,
I
Mayor,
would,
if it's in order, I would move to appoint Councilwoman Iden. I mean, yeah, not Councilwoman Mueller.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second,
Aaron,
unless
second it.
Eileen is saying unless Eileen prefers not to be nominated.
I'll accept. I
Thanks.
trust that Pam will not need me.
Excellent, thank you. I have a motion by George and a second by Aaron. Any discussion? Hearing none?
Vote by roll.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the motion on the floor originally was by Alexander. Do you want to make this an amendment to the motion? Or does?
I would amend the motion to appoint Pam as primary and Eileen Moeller as backup to this committee.
Okay,
And I will second that amendment.
okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
we have a motion by Michelle and a second by Eileen on the amendment. Any discussion? Hearing none?
Vote by roll.
Vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Lipinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Under new business, item 5.1 is the selection of the council president pro tem.
Mayor George here.
Yes, George.
I have had the honor for the past 14 years to serve as the council president, 8 years with Mayor Peterson and 6 years with Mayor Miller. It's been an honor to have had that position, which is elected by your council peers. And this year I choose to not seek the office of council president, but at this time I would nominate Councilwoman Michelle Alexander as council president.
Eileen will second that.
Okay, we have a motion by George and a second by Eileen. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye, and thank you.
Iden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Lipinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.2 is the renewal for 2021 workers' comp and accident plan for city volunteers. There's a resolution and the accident plan requires a motion as well.
Michelle Alexander, would make a motion to adopt the resolution. May I do the accident plan at the same time as an attachment?
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion to also accept the accident plan for volunteers attachment.
Mayor
Eileen
Aaron
will
Rapinski, I would
second
second that.
Oh, I'll let Aaron have it.
Okay. We have a motion by Michelle and a second by Aaron. Any discussion?
Mayor
Mr.
and Council, this is Jessica. I have with us Gary Watts and Dustin Lano from Winona Agency, and they can answer any questions that you may have on the workman's comp.
Excellent, thank you. Steve, you had a comment?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I did a little bit of research on this, and Gary and Dustin, you can please correct me if I'm wrong or make additions that might be helpful. What I understand we're on is somewhat of a pay-as-you-go plan, and we seem to have benefited from that. Jessica provided me with some numbers, and Steve assisted today, that our savings over the past 5 years has been $345,000. That's the upside. Savings is always wonderful. Downside would be we could be on the hook if we run into some injuries or disabilities. We could be on the hook for considerably more. Jessica tells me we have financial planning for that, and we could sustain that. And of course, if our friends from Winona Agency feel I've mischaracterized this, please clarify that for me now. But I understand we've saved that $345,000 over 5 years.
Thank you.
And so I would endorse where we're going with this.
Absolutely, thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we will vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Lipinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.3 is the Washington Crossing partial release of mortgage. And Lucy is here. If you have questions?
I, Michelle Alexander, would make a motion to approve this request and authorize the mayor and clerk to execute the document.
Pam Hayden would second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Michelle and a second by Pam. Any
Mayor,
discussion?
George here.
Yes, sir, George?
Lucy, could you just kind of give us just a quick rundown as to what this is all about?
Certainly, Mayor and members of council. The former Winona Middle School was developed into apartments in early 2000. And as part of that project, affordable units were created just within, and the city made a loan through a small cities development block grant to Metro Plains for this development. And that's a deferred loan whereby if the public purpose is met, which is to make units affordable to low and moderate income people at affordable rents, then the loan is deferred. So what has happened since then is the property was replatted to split off the auditorium, and Main Square Annex is looking to purchase that. So to keep our mortgage in place, what we need to do is have the correct legal description, which is without the auditorium attached to it, but it would remain with the two other buildings. So it's called a partial release of mortgage, and the city attorney did prepare it and is present if there's other questions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Hayden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.4 is the addition of the audio eye to the Civic Plus Civic Engage service for our city website.
I have a question about this.
Eileen?
The language at the bottom, I wasn't sure if this was correct looking over the
Oh.
agreement with Audio Eye. Is-
No, you're correct. And Councilmember Young caught this over the weekend. That must have been from a previous statement, council action. So
I kind of
just-
assumed that, but just wanted to
Yeah,
check.
please disregard the last sentence there.
Great.
Right, that's page 8 you're talking about?
This one right here.
Yeah, okay.
I, Michelle Alexander, would make a motion to authorize the city manager to execute this agreement. I guess I'll wait for a second.
I'll second.
Okay,
Eileen.
Scott, if I may ask a question, please.
Please, Michelle.
I couldn't tell from what I read, Steve, if there were additional costs with this. I mean, obviously, it sounds like a very good addition to our program, but I wasn't sure if we had it in our budget for this year and next year, or what the additional cost might be for the service and how we would cover that cost.
We do have it in the budget. I think there was some carryover from the overall project. I thought it was $3,500.
Okay, no, that helps. I figured it either I missed it or it got left out. I was assuming you had someplace to pay for it. I just wanted to make sure before I
Yep.
100% went with it, but thank you, Steve.
Yes, page 2, it's $3,500 per domain, so.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Hayden,
Aye.
Borzakowski,
Aye.
Rapinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.5 is the AFSCME Local Union 1788, 2021 and 22 labor agreement.
I, Michelle Alexander, would make a motion to accept the proposed labor agreement with ASME.
Eileen
Mayor
will
Aaron would second that.
We have a motion by Michelle. We have a second by Eileen. Any discussion,
Mr. Mayor, just quick comment.
please?
Just for purposes of clarification, Councilmember Alexander, so what you're moving is the resolution, which includes the contract and the memorandum of understanding, correct?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Michelle.
And there are 2 MOUs.
So I'll do that on the next one. I didn't see that there were attachments that you wanted included, but yes, I would like to include both the contract and the 2 memorandums for the next 2 years.
Okay, so we have a motion by Michelle.
Mayor Aaron would second that.
Okay. Any other discussion? We did, yep.
Okay.
It was Eileen. Any other discussion? Okay, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Young,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Kropinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.6 is the International Association of Firefighters Local 575 Firefighters 21 and 22 agreement.
I, Michelle Alexander, would make a motion to accept the proposed labor agreement with IAFF for 21 and 22 and accept the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memorandums of understanding as well as the contract.
Eileen will second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Michelle, a second by Eileen. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Young,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Kropinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.7 is the International Association of Firefighters Local 575 Fire Captains 2021 and 22 agreement.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to accept the proposed labor agreement with the IAFF 21-22 for the captains, as well as the 4 memorandums of understanding.
Eileen will second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Michelle, a second by Eileen. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Kropinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.8 is the Law Enforcement Labor Services Local 261, 21 and 22 agreement with the Winona Police Sergeants.
I, Michelle Alexander, would make a motion to accept the proposed labor agreement, the LELS Local 261 Sergeants for 21-22, and the 2 memorandums of understanding.
I, Aaron Rapinski would second that.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by Aaron. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye?
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Mueller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Guzekowski,
Aye.
Kropinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5.9 is the Minnesota Historical and Cultural Heritage Grant Agreement for Lake Park bandshell evaluation.
I, Michelle Alexander, make a motion to approve the attached resolution and enter into the grant agreement, as well as accepting the 2 resolution or the 2 attachments, the resolution entering into the agreement and the historical and cultural heritage grant agreement.
Eileen will second that.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by Eileen. Any discussion?
Yes.
Mayor George here.
Go ahead, George.
If Luke's available, could someone just give a brief explanation of all this here?
Mayor and council, the grant agreement before you today is to perform an eligibility evaluation of the Lake Park bandshell. This is typically the first part of a 2-part process to nominate a historic resource, in this case, the bandshell, to the National Register of Historic Places. So the first step here is to determine that it actually can be eligible before we do the actual nomination, which then goes before the State Review Board and the Department of the Interior. This was a project budgeted for 2020. Due to COVID, the first round of funding from MNHS was not approved, and we submitted in the October window, which unfortunately was not approved until December. So we encumbered funds for 2021 to continue the project.
Thank you, Luke.
Thank you.
Mayor Aaron here. Is there any downside to being on the historic register? You know, sometimes I've heard talk of once somebody becomes on the historic register, they have a real hard time changing anything and it must remain the same. My only concern is that in the future, if we ever look to maybe expand that or change that, if it is designated as historic and we're not able to do that. So my question specifically is there a downside to that?
Luke, could you comment on that for us?
Yes, I can, Mayor. Mayor and Council, nomination to the National Register of Historic Places is an honor and actually does not require the overall review unless you're using federal dollars to make such alterations, which would trigger something like a Section 106 review. However, because we are a certified local government with a Heritage Preservation Commission, the HPC likely will be interested in providing local designation for this property, which is the actual protection ordinance under the state of Minnesota statutes. This would allow for the Winona Heritage Preservation Commission to then comment and provide insight for a certificate of appropriateness for any alterations. It's important to understand that when you designate something locally, it does not prevent any alterations to the property. It just has to go through a process should a building permit need to be approved.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Luke. Any other discussion? I do believe the band shell is 100 years old in 2024. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. June of 2024.
Excellent.
Mayor.
Big party in
Eileen.
2024. Go ahead, Eileen.
Oh, I just wanted to thank Luke for doing this work. You know, it's the band shell is a really important part of our community, and it's also a really strong visual for our city. And I think that anything we can do to preserve it is very important. So thank you for getting the ball rolling on this in a very odd year.
Agreed. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. I roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander.
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Worzikowski,
Aye.
Rupinsky.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next up is the council concerns. And you get to assign who gets to go first.
Okay. We're gonna start with George.
Oh, we're gonna go start east and work west, huh?
We're gonna start with most experienced. How's that?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to welcome all the new members of the city council tonight. You, Mayor, at large Aaron Rapinski, First Ward Steve Young. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your time on council as much as I enjoy mine. And I remember my first night coming on council, similar to when Eileen Moeller came on 2 years ago. Here I come, a young kid. Well, I think, what was I, 46 at the time? And I'm walking into a city council, the only new member, and it's veterans all over. It's Harlan Knight and Dieter Milamonka and Jerry Miller and Tim Breeza and Jerry Craig and right on down the line. And I maybe felt a little intimidation, but I was able to survive that. I don't know how Eileen felt coming on, but it was, you know, it's certainly an exciting time, your first meeting. And I'm sure most of you folks were probably sitting down at City Hall today at 2 o'clock waiting for this meeting to begin tonight. So. And also, Mayor, it's good to see that you're left-handed. Most good council reps are left-handed, so.
I am in my right mind. Yes, sir.
Okay, there you go. I gotta remember that. And just also, over the past 14 years, I just like to thank our past council and all the councils and mayors in the past that have given me the opportunity to serve as their vice mayor for those 14 years. And I just want to thank them all for their support. And again, I welcome all new members on board tonight and look forward to working with all of yous. And I'm sure we're going to have differences, but we will just keep things rolling, and we'll get things rolling and get the city moving and keep rolling along. So welcome all and thank you.
Thank you, George. All right, we'll continue the same pattern here. We'll go with Michelle, who has the next most experience.
Thank you. I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, an odd happy new year. It's strange not to be in the council with all of you, but I welcome all of you to the council. I found the last 10 years to be entertaining, some nights, a lot of fun. I think that on the whole, Winona has an excellent staff and council. We've always been respectful. And I tend to believe that comes a lot from the top. And as George said, we disagree, but we don't take it out of the chambers. And so I'm really looking forward to working with all of you and maybe in the future, very soon, sitting across from you or next to you at the council table. And then thank you for the nomination to serve in George's role. That's how I'm going to think of it as the council president. I'm looking forward to seeing what that may bring in the new year. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle. All right, Pam.
Yes, well, I too would like to mention that this is really a great night for council. Not only do we have a new mayor and 2 new council people, but we also have a new system for streaming video and recording it and putting it out there where people can really see what we're doing. And that's a great advance. I know it's been a couple years in development and it's meant a lot of hard work by Monica and a lot of other people. So I take note of that and I'm grateful for it. Yes, I'd just like to say Happy New Year and welcome to all of you. I look forward to the day where we can all sit in chambers together.
Thank you, Pam. Eileen?
You know, the same that everyone else has said. Welcome to our new council members, and yay to me for not being the most junior council member anymore. And that's all. Happy New Year to everyone. Here's to 2021 being better than 2020.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you, Eileen.
Still the youngest.
I am still the youngest, and I'm fine with that.
All right, we'll go with Steve next.
Well, you may be the youngest, but I'll always be young. Well, thank you, and I do feel welcomed, and I've met with a number of the city staff. Met with Steve and Monica and Chad and Lucy and Jessica, who was here earlier, and met with a number of others. I felt very welcomed and informed, and you know, I'm just going to say I'm impressed with the quality of people. I met a number of city workers, in a water plant and a police department, and I'm impressed with who we have working for us, and looking for. There's lots more people I need to meet, but I've felt welcome so far, and looking forward, of course, to the rest of my fellow council people, getting to know them better. So, thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Aaron.
Thank you. Just want to reiterate what everyone else has already said.
Thank you. Want to reiterate what everything else has already been said. Thank you for the well wishes and the kind words. Look forward to working with everyone here and serving the Winona citizens. So thank you. I look forward to a strong 2021.
Thank you, Aaron.
Mayor, I think in fairness, we got skipped.
Yes, we did.
So I think.
Okay, I have a small prepared statement. Greetings, Winonans. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to serve our community as a whole. I would like to thank Mark Peterson for his steadfast leadership over the last 8 years. I would also like to thank Al Thurley and Paul Schoenmeyer for serving on City Council. Congratulations to Steve Young and Aaron Rapinski, our newest City Council members. I look forward to working with them and the rest of the City Council for the next 4 years. Thank you to Jovi Rocky for her well-run campaign. If you voted for her, please know that I have heard your voices and will do my best to represent all the people of Winona to the best of my abilities. A special thanks to those who helped me with my mayoral campaign. Each of you devoted most of your summer and fall to helping us arrive to this day. I truly appreciate all of your efforts. Lastly, I would like to thank my wife, Lindsay, my mother-in-law, Gail, my father-in-law, Jeff, and my wonderful children, Lucas, Harrison, and Everly. Y'all helped me in ways that I couldn't have imagined 6 months ago. I love you all. I'm looking forward to the day when our community can gather together once again. Leaning on the processes and strategies that have been implemented during this extremely difficult time by the previous mayor and council. Together, we will all persevere and be better off for the experiences it has afforded us. Thank you to everyone in Winona. I hope to make you proud to call me your mayor. Thank you.
And Mayor and Council, I do have a few updates. First off, speaking of trying to get us all back together, vaccine has been rolling out here in the city. And to date, 31 firefighters, almost all of our full-time and part-time firefighters have been vaccinated the first time. And we were able to include 18 police officers, basically because we have a good list and we're ready to go and flexible when the vaccines are ready, and we've got arms ready to put the vaccine into. The reason the firefighters were encouraged to go first is because their status as paramedics. They are going to then be ones who will be administering the vaccine. They're going to start that either this week or next out in the rest of the county, helping out to vaccinate other first responders and fire departments throughout the county. Lucy provided an update to me today regarding building permits. The average for, I guess years past is about 35 to $40 million in building permit. Last year we did $83 million in value. I'm sorry, in 2019, and in 2020 we did $94 million in permit value. So they've been very busy downstairs on the second floor, doing a great job, and this community continues to grow and be a place that people want to invest in. I was alerted by the Parks Department to let everyone know that ice on the lakes still remain pretty thin, so be very careful if you go out there. I guess the DNR says no ice is safe, but we know people are going to venture out anyway. Just be very careful, make sure that you have a good backup plan. And then expect a pre-council for the next meeting on the Broadway project. We'd like to have our engineering staff have an opportunity to speak to council, but we need some decisions made in order to either move forward or to take a different approach for that project. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
And now we move to the consent agenda, which includes the approval of the minutes for December 21st.
George.
Michelle, you're so moved. Oh, sorry, I'll second George.
Okay, we have a motion by George, a second by Michelle. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman,
Aye.
Councilman Young,
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Orzachowski,
Aye.
Krupinski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Mayor, I move we adjourn.
This is Pam. I second that.
We have a motion by Michelle, a second by Pam. I'm assuming there's no discussion. We'll vote by roll call.
Mayor Sherman. Councilman Young.
Aye.
Moeller,
Aye.
Alexander,
Aye.
Iden,
Aye.
Orzachowski,
Aye.
Krupinski.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Have a nice evening, all.
Thanks for helping me,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes,
Okay, good, thanks.
a nice paper.
Yeah, nice paper, that's all right.
Nice seal on it.
Yeah, that's right.
And the mayor has